Today I want to talk about a really fun movie, in my opinion, from 1959, directed by Roger Corman, who plays a very small role in here as a doctor. You get to see a very young Corman in here. I'm talking about 1959's The Wasp Woman. And yeah, it's cheesy. Yeah, it's not a classic or anything. A classic cult movie, but not a classic in the great sense. Great movies. I just have a good time with it. I think it's a good 50s monster movie. And I want to specifically tout the praises of this newer disc by the Shout Factory. Shout Factory does some fantastic work, and the quality of this one is the one to go with. Before this, I had to settle for this, which was a double feature from Retro Media. The Wasp Woman also has Beast from Haunted Cave on it. Well, I may hang on to this because I need a copy of Beast from Haunted Cave. But as far as the Wasp Woman goes, this is the one I'm sticking with, okay? And this also has a commentary, two commentaries, one by the author Troy Howarth, and an audio commentary by film historian Tom Weaver. And Tom Weaver's commentaries, are my favorites. So it's great to have Tom Weaver on here. And the quality is just better, so much better on this disc. This is the one to go with. Trust me on that. It also offers two versions of the movie, okay, which I'll try to get into if I remember at the end. Okay, this is just a movie about a woman named Janice Starlin who happens to own a cosmetic company. She's a big wig, and she's noticing that she's losing sales lately because the marketing has relied solely on her appearance and her looks and her face for so many years, and she's getting older and she's middle-aged, and she's not as beautiful as she once was. So there's a scientist, Dr. Eric Zinthrop, who's played by Michael Mark. Now, you may not know Michael Mark by name. He's an older guy who was in Son of Frankenstein, among other things. You always see him in the Universal movies as one of the guys on the council. He's in Ghost of Frankenstein too, I think. Anyway, he plays a doctor who's developed a kind of royal wasp jelly taken from wasps. He's friends with the bees. I mean, this guy's out there, and he's able to develop an inoculation that will extract it from the wasp that will kind of de-age people. He's had success with animals, and now he's going to try it on this woman, played by Susan Cabot, Janice Starlin. And of course, she de-ages. She looks really beautiful. I gotta say, Susan Cabot is a cutie. I gotta say that. I love looking at her. And really pretty face. And unfortunately, it has a side effect. What is the side effect? Periodically, off and on, she changes into a crazy, murderous wasp. And her head is the head of a wasp. But the rest of her is her regular body, female woman in the same dress that she wears, and she has also wasp hands. So yeah, there's a couple of, for the time, graphic sequences in here. It is just really entertaining. I like this movie. It originally was released theatrically at a kind of short length of 63 minutes, but when it was going to TV, in order to ensure that, they had to film extra sequences. So there was an extra sequence filmed with the doctor, played by Michael Mark, about him going into the woods and securing a nest of wasps and bees. And I found that footage interesting. Sometimes extra footage that's padding is not very interesting, and it's better left unseen. But I think personally that the version here with the extra footage at the beginning, seeing the background of this doctor and seeing what he's up to and how he's into the whole bee thing, and he's a beekeeper and a scientist, I think that really adds to the movie. So in this case, I think you have to see this movie with the extra 10 minutes, or whatever it is, for several minutes. I don't know if it's exactly 10 at the beginning. And luckily, this version by Shout Factory has the original theatrical 63-minute version, which to me is totally pointless to watch, and one that's, I forget the length of the other one here. Does it say? I don't know. It's like 70, maybe 72 minutes or so. It's a little longer with the the beekeeper intro, and also seeing the story and introduction and more character development of Eric Zinthrop, the Michael Mark Doctor character. So yeah, I really enjoy this. I think it's a lot of fun, and it's not going to win any awards, but boy, oh boy, it's a cult favorite. The Wasp Woman. Thanks, folks.